EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to USAA Stadium, the home of the Madden Championship Series. Welcome in, everyone. Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt on the call for you for this one. And I'm sure a lot of people in attendance and watching from home, Brock, they've already got the winner made up in their mind. But I'll tell you one thing, we've got a sideline down there ready to dispel that eye test.
Well, all that talk before the game is just that. Talk. You can look at past performance, you can look at metrics, you can spin any numbers you want. But we're about ready to kick this thing off, and from there, it's anybody's game.
We're just seconds away from getting this one started. And we're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Brings in the kick at the 9. This return makes it up to the 25. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Ready? Go!
They'll start the drive with Ekeler. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Short pass caught by his tight end. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
On first down, here's Daniels. As his target, it's Johnny Wilson. That play good for 17 and a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Got it. Ready?
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Let's go.
Daniels on first down. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Let's go now.
Again, Daniels to the air. That's complete. Here's Austin Ekeler. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Panther Street. Panther Street.
Third down give to Ekeler. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Back. Ready?
Out of the gun, a give to Jones. And he doesn't find open space. He only finds a defender who makes the stop. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. Catch made over the middle. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Hassan Reddick cleaning up that play. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Complete. incomplete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's Robinson up the middle. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Tackle made by Cameron Curl. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. He finds Laporta. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Quick pass, right side, complete. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. Quite the opening drive they put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on 1st down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Back to the air, McCarthy. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. This drive just keeps on moving. After the penalty, resets that marker. Putting the tight end in motion. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. It's the end of the 1st in this AFC West showdown. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll be right back with more Madden Ultimate Team after this. Chargers ball as we get back for the 2nd, and they are thinking points. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And he's tackled for a short gain.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
That play clock was getting pretty low. Jim Harbaugh calls time. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. McCarthy to throw for it. That's caught beyond the marker. And that's a Los Angeles touchdown. they'll set up here for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. He'll begin his return from the 11. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now the shotgun give to Eckler. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Working quickly here.
18 Cardinals, 7 Pirates, 70 Lions.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Finds a seam down the middle. At the 20. All the way. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos start to fight back with their first points of this game. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Chooses to bring this one out. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. Got to him early on the return and laid a big hit on him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. From the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. 1st and 10, a run to Robinson. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Stiff arm success. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Started a little slow, but we've arrived at the 2-minute warning. It's the Chargers with a nice 3rd and inches.
Here we go, set.
Gonna keep this one and go. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
Certainly dropped these quarterback keepers anticipating a whole lot more yardage, but I think it could be overlooked there since they did pick up the first down. If anything, they could see what kept it to a small gain over there on the sidelines, and they'll come back to it on the next set of downs.
And they're going to bring him down at the 36. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run, break tackles, and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way, is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Completes. It's Bijan Robinson.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with a running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Robinson on the inside give. To the house, touchdown LA! The Chargers take the lead just before halftime. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. For a second, looked like the Chargers offense was coming off, but no, coaches say stay out there. We're going for 2. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Kicking team out to try the extra points. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. This taken from the 12. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Staying with Eckler. Broke through the tackle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They bring Wilson in motion right. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Denver calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Here we go. Set. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. 19 Lions. Ready, right?
Another try following the sack. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Back to throw it. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. So they send him out for a field goal, and they don't get much longer than this. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
60. 18, Pioneer. Go.
A final throw before the break. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. He's got it deep downfield. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. If anyone is still doubting that this guy has an NFL caliber arm, Brock, add that to the list of highlights he can use in his defense. That was an NFL throw.
And gotta be such a confidence builder. Yes, the game is faster. Yes, the windows are smaller. But when you execute with precision, touchdowns can follow.
They can go to the locker rooms tied if they put this through. And his kick is good, and what a first half that was as we officially go into locker rooms now, all tied up. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Fielded just shy of the end zone. And he gave it his best to get to the 25, just a step or two short of it. He's out along the 24-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
On play action now, McCarthy. Catch is made down the right sideline. He's off to the races. Keeps it moving. Sam Laporta. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Return coming here from the 12. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Eckler. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. 3rd and short, Daniels. Short pass brought in. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
You get to that money down, that 3rd down, you look to your money players, and this tight end is capable of it. Let's give some credit to the defense right there. Did an amazing job, not only sticking to him, but bringing him down before he can move the chains.
He finds him beyond the marker. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. From the gun, Jones gets it. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, when you're a defender and you see them give that quick little take to the fullback, you just have to stop him before he gets started. They piled on him and held him to minimal yardage.
From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. That's complete to Wilson. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st. Quick on the draw to Eckler. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Javon Dexter escorted him to the ground. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Warrior 70.
Throwing now, Daniels. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he nearly takes it to the red zone before going out. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On 1st down, here's Eckler. Finds a big lane. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos start the second half with some needed points. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos tie this game at 21. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. From his own end zone, here we go. And his choice to leave the end zone gonna cost him a small chunk here as he's out shy of that 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it's 2nd down coming up. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
3rd and 4 coming up now. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Putting a receiver in motion. Looking to throw. Caught quickly on the slant. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets them 17 yards on 4th down and gets them the first. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. Past the 20. Dives for the pylon, and that's a touchdown. The Chargers take a 3rd quarter lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Return starts at the 9. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30.
79 Broncos. Come on.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Here we go.
This is Eckler on 2nd. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
On the ball now. On the ball.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
19 targets. Buffalo 18.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. Metcalf there to bring it in. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos cut it to 1 late in the 3rd. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Lining up now to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos tie us up 28-all. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Chooses to bring this one out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Able to hit Robinson, complete. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. It's been a thrilling game, an absolute barn burner that is shockingly still tied as we get set for the 4th. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. PAT effort coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. From his own end zone, here we go. And he's wishing he left this one in the end zone, Brock, as he goes out of bounds short of the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying again after the pick, McCarthy. Got a man, Robinson has it. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
On 2nd down, Robinson. Oh, stiff arm. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
2nd and 10, McCarthy. Into the hands of Tillman, complete. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. McCarthy to throw it. Finds his target, Robinson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. He throws a bullet to this, forces that one, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
They've got 1st down from the 31.
Ready? Hey, smash Broncos! Huh.
They give to Eckler, left side. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Running with Eckler again. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on third down.
Ready? Ready?
Eckler running dead ahead. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball, but a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Go!
Going to the ground again on first. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Ready? Break!
Trying the inside handoff to Eckler. And this one doesn't go far. They only get a yard that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. Chargers in the dime on third down. 6 DBs out in coverage. Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And he's brought down for a loss. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Setting up to pass. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Looking for Sam Laporta with that one. And now they face 2nd down. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
Looking to throw it. Finds him over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. He'll look to throw it. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Here he is to throw. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Brought in right side. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. 2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Laporta with the grab. And it's a gain of 10. Still no 1st down, but at least he stopped the clock.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards. Here he is to throw.
It is caught left side. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. Still one more in their pocket to use. Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining.
Here we go.
They send the tight end in motion. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Back to the air, McCarthy. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. They connect on the deep shot. And it's not over yet. They score here in the final minutes, and now they can tie or even win this game right here. So they call a timeout. That is their final one, and with time left for maybe 2 plays, let's see what they do. Do they chance it, or do they just kick it now? So this kick now to force overtime. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the fourth. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20.
Okay, break.
They're out and set. First and 10.
Rangers, 70 Rangers. Let's go. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready?
Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's going to push one deep down the right. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Chargers are out of bounds on the return, so get ready, everybody. We've got some free football on the way. From the jaws of defeat, they snatch this game away. And now we're off in overtime to decide it. Brings in the kick at the 9. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll start the drive with Eckler. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Best run games in this league at balance can run it inside, as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
Ready? Come 19! Come 19!
They bring Wilson in motion right. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Before we can get a snap on second down, they call timeout, as they'll be left with just one more to work with here in OT.
On the set.
Second and 3 now. On the give, here's Eckler. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Check, Panther.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got second and 6 coming up.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Get it.
Left side, gets it out quick, and the ball is loose. And out of bounds inside the 5. Ooh, the sideline saves him there. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it first and goal. Well, nearly the end of that series, partner. You could almost see those players rooting for the ball to bounce across that sideline before a defender made the recovery.
Yeah, sometimes that sideline's a player's worst enemy, but sometimes it could be their best friend, and this is one of those times where that best friend delivered.
Hey, check that, street.
Trying to run in, Eckler has the Denver touchdown. The Broncos pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. The extra point is good, and that's a big one. Now their defense just has to defend a 7-point lead here in overtime. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. He goes out of bounds on the return. And he steps out of the end zone, so they're going to start this drive at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, first and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Another carry for Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Chased out to his right. He tucks it and takes off. What a hit, and the ball's loose. But it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession. So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on third. Robinson on the inside give. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
First and 10, a run to Robinson. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on first down. Running it after the penalty. And he's across for the touchdown, and that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call. Extra point attempt coming up. That play clock was getting pretty low. Jim Harbaugh calls time. And that'll leave him with just one remaining in overtime. So after thinking it over, they're lining up for two.
Let's go now.
He's throwing for it. And that catch in the end zone gives them the lead. So the Chargers come away with a win in this one. And it took some extra effort, Brock, some bonus football before they were finally able to separate from the opposition and earn that hard-fought victory. So that's going to do it for us here at EA Sports. This has been another presentation of Madden Ultimate Team. It's a win for the Chargers as we say goodnight, everybody.